it's almost like they're saying it's one side has a lemonade stand, right? And every you see people going in and drinking lemonade, and the one person comes along and says, "I don't think you should be selling this lemonade." Nope, I don't think you should be selling lemonade. You need to have cherryade. Why don't you have cherryade here? Where's the pink lemonade? You understand? Why where's the pink lemonade? And they're like, I mean, if you don't like lemonade, if you don't like regular lemonade, you can go over there where they have pink lemonade. And they're like, oh no, you're in my way, and I want you to move. I'm walking over here. You're in my way. I want you to move. What up? What up? What up? It's your boy Var. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Dive Talk TV. It's your boy Var. You already know what to do. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the bell notifications whenever I'm here. You here with me. You feel me? Well, I hope so. Because we got a good one today, man. I just want to, it's actually going to be a quick video, okay? It's going to be a quick video. And it's about the two sides of YouTube. It's like, it's one side is saying no, the other side is saying yes. But to be honest with you, both audiences can be caught up in the contradiction. Both parties can start to get caught up in the contradiction. So what I say is take the meat, spit out the bone. Okay, what that means is that take out the things that are important. You know what I mean? Take the things that are important to you in the way you move in your life and spit out the things that don't matter. At the end of the day, you can see that both sides want to kind of be united. They want to be united. At least this is what I feel. Like I don't think people want to always go against each other and be so abrasive all the time. There's a small portion of people who see that and feel more powerful when they're able to do that more effectively. All right, but those are on the two extremes, and most of the time you'll see the two extremes on the YouTube, right? You'll see all the two extremes on the YouTube. Now I'm blessed to have friends that are on both sides of the spectrum, and they send me YouTube channels. All right, they send me YouTube channels where I agree on one thing and they agree on another thing. All right, and we can come up with a common ground kind of, right? I spit the meat, I spit the bone out, and I take the meat, and I think that both sides are necessary. Both sides are necessary. Now my algorithms got both sides on it, so I'm able to see. You know what I mean? I'm able to see different arguments on both sides. All right, but overall, I do think people want to come together. They want the world to come together somehow, some way, right? But the way they're going about it is a bit obscure, right? It's a little obscure, but it's necessary. It's a necessity, right? So because most of the time people don't really pay attention to a tap on the shoulder. You know, people don't pay attention to a tap on the shoulder, especially if you're in a crowded place. You know what I mean? If you're in a crowded place, you're bumping into people, you're moving in, you're trying to get to wherever you're gonna go, people rushing and things like that. You're not gonna feel a tap on the shoulder, right? But you will feel a sledgehammer. You will feel a fist to the forehead, like yo, wake up, wake up! I gotta talk to you for a second. Gosh, you know what I mean? Dang, let's talk about it. All right. With that being said, like I often get confused. All right. Although I do take the meat off of both sides, and I get information on both sides, and I understand both sides. Why is there only one side that's pushing for cancellation? Like, it's a cancel culture. The cancel culture is only coming from one end. It's only coming from one end. Why? Like, why? Well, why stop something that is obviously helping a group of people? They're helping a group of people. Step outside yourself and understand that one side, although it can possibly be inflammatory to the other side, the people who are actually listening and are not being harmed or are not being harmful to others. They're taking what they can do and trying to become better people based off of the messages. Because to be honest with you, that's both sides of the spectrum. They're both kind of trying to make better people, right? They're trying to make better people. But again, it's kind of in an obscure way. Again, and again, it's necessary. You understand? But why cancel? Why stop growth? Why stop that end of growth? I've heard both sides say that the messages are damaging. All right, one side is saying, "Oh, what you're saying is too harsh. It's hurtful." It's hurtful. You're not sympathetic, aka you hurt my feelings. People will end up self-deleting because of these messages. You know what I mean? Because of the message that you're sending out. The other side is saying, no, you're too soft. You're too soft. All right. You need to kick these people in the butt in order for them to listen. All right. What you're doing is, again, causing a divide by that. And people are not trying to really cause more of a divide. Based off of what I've been seeing in America, especially with like presidential elections, international issues and things like that. Why can't we all just come together and love it? Like, that's what the message is, right? That's what the message is. But yet you want to stop someone else's freedom of speech. You want to stop someone else's freedom of speech. I only see that coming from one side. Why? I only see it coming from one side. But again, I can't with the two messages. I can't say either one side is wrong and the other side is right, because regardless on how I personally feel, because of the way I personally feel, I know that logically you need both sides to create a balance. You need both sides to create a balance, and that's logically speaking. So taking one away, you're only having one side, and you're only having one side track. You only have a one side track, and the other part of life is leaving you behind. You understand what I'm saying? Is leaving you behind because you're not trying to catch that other side. You're not trying to catch that other understanding. That's why both parents in a household statistically have more success with their children. Statistically, you understand? So they have that dynamic. So using your feelings, using my personal feelings about what I think should and should not be said to the people around me, and the way I want to, raise the people in the tribe I want to build in my area, in my, personal life, doesn't stop me from saying, like, okay, the things that you're preaching out is not exactly wrong. You're not hurting anybody. It's not exactly wrong. You're just going about it in a different way. You understand what I'm saying? And we have to understand both sides of that. And that's why EQ is just as important as IQ. Just as important as IQ. You have to have emotional intelligence, regardless on how intellectual you are. No matter how logical you are and things like that, you have to have emotional intelligence. Okay? And that's why I think that that's what EQ is, by the way, emotional intelligence. And that's why I think that the public schools are doing the kids some injustice or disservice, because they have IQ tests, but they don't have EQ tests. Not everyone is an athlete. All right, not everyone. That's where you get. That is basically your physical EQ test. That's where you get your emotional intelligence from, because there's a hierarchy. You got a coach, you got the players, you got the water boys, you got the cheerleaders in some sports and things like that. You understand where you stand within the tribe. You have someone that you have to listen to. There is someone directing you. How well do you follow direction? Do you know yourself enough to know that right now you're here, and you want to be here, so you got to work in a certain way to get there? Like, that's EQ. That's understand. How do you work with your coach to let them understand you? You know what I mean? How do you work with your players? If you're a captain of a team, you have to know how to talk to each one of them. You got to know how they respond. You have to know how they respond. And if you know they respond in like a overly emotional way, but they're resilient, they're hard workers, and they won't take it to it won't break their self-esteem. As a matter of fact, it will help. It'll be like, you know what, this person is going hard on me because they love me. They care about me. I'm going to go hard for them. I'm going to do the right thing. That's the thing. Some people work in different ways, and EQ is very important. It's very important in that aspect. So again, it brings me back to why cancel? Why cancel? It takes away from the equal opportunity, right? It takes away from equal opportunity. It takes away from the freedom of speech, which is dangerous if we want to take that away. It's almost like they're saying, it's one side has a lemonade stand, right? And you see people going in and drinking lemonade, and the one person comes along and says, I don't think you should be selling this lemonade. Nope. I don't think you should be selling lemonade. You need to have cherryade. Why don't you have cherryade here? Where's the pink lemonade? You understand? Where's the pink lemonade? And they're like, I mean, if you don't like lemonade, if you don't like regular lemonade, you can go over there where they have pink lemonade. And they're like, oh no, you're in my way, and I want you to move. I'm walking over here. You're in my way. I want you to move. You can you go around, or you don't want to just a lot of space? You don't want to just go up. No, get out of my way. Cancel. Like I'm like, God dang, y'all aggressive. Oh, right, but I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta understand that you need both sides. You need both sides. There's no way that we're gonna be able to live together as a people, like in the world, together in harmony, if you're continuously trying to shut down but different ideas, different ideologies. If you're trying to, especially if they're basing it off of factual data and things like that. You know what I mean? I could tell. I could see if you're, you see people coming out their mouth and they're saying, "Oh, this is going in." You're people. Most black people do this based off of what? You know what I mean? Oh, well, most Ethiopian people, they like They like hamburgers over plants, over plant based meals. Wait, where did you get that from? You know what I mean? So I mean, it might be a dumb example, but you have to understand. Again, take the meat and spit out the dang on bone. All right, that was the point of this message right here. All right, let me know how I did in the video. All right, let me know if you understood, and then let me know if you took the meat out of this message, and let me know where you spit the bones out at. You feel me? Let me know in the comment section. You know what I mean? Until the next time, we out.